Hello, hello, hello.
It's that time again, everyone. Welcome back to Psychic Sundays. How are you, magical people, wizards, warlocks, healers, thinkers, seekers, finders? We are back
Finders,
to be with you.
keepers.
And finders, seekers, and then keepers.
The keepers of magic.
The gatekeeping of the wisdom and the knowledge that is inherent within you. Your third eye opening this year more and more and more and every year for the remainder of your life and lifetimes.
I'd like to do a check-in with everybody and ask everybody how you're feeling. Drop it in the comments, the chats. Let us know what you're going through, what you're feeling. We're not taking questions right now. We're just feeling the room out and getting to know everybody.
Yeah, y'all just came over. Have a seat.
By the way, we didn't even introduce ourselves.
Have a seat, hang your coat up, and just chill. We just got here.
And I happen to be Miss Lady O. Well, I should say Mrs. Lady O.
Yes.
To the Mr.
Indian Drake.
Oh my God.
That's what I thought today. I was just going like this with my beer in the mirror.
I did not hear that.
I'm like the Indian Drake.
No comment.
What kind of like, it's funny because when I look at myself on the camera there, I look lighter on the camera.
Oh, yeah.
I look lighter on the camera.
Well, the lighting, you know what's really weird about this lighting, you guys, if you guys want to know? So we have the lights very dim, but something happens when it goes on YouTube. It like really brightens up.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting.
Yep. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So I do look a little bit Drake coloring there.
So Erica, I'm going to have our resident Virgo assistant who's moderating tonight. She's going to keep track of what you guys are all doing. We're going to go over a few household rules here, but before we do that, I just want to drop in with you guys, set the mood, set our intentions, set the tone for the night. Erica, please let everybody know that you're there and talk to everybody and get everybody nice and primed and ready to go.
So we are in a full moon, not full moon, we're in a moon in Gemini. Why do I feel?
Because the Gemini is the mouth, speaking, talking. It's all about speech. So you went blah, 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 blah.
Well, I have midheaven in Gemini.
Do you know that's an actual, it's a technical skill that they tell you to do in acting class is to do blah, 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 blah.
Oh, yeah, I've heard
it's
that.
really actually healthy, you guys, to do that.
When I took
to look
singing
silly
lessons,
and make your mouth go loose, and it helps you with channeling.
When I took singing lessons back in the day, I had a couple of singing lessons, and they would make you do that. They make you stretch. One guy used to make you stretch.
Around and
but that's interesting because if I were in a couple of channeling workshops that I've done way in the past, I led a couple in a yoga studio, and I did have people stretch, shake their hands out.
Yeah.
It's part of moving energy.
So let's all do that. Can we do that?
See, when you move your hands like
let's
this.
Stretch our hands out. Put your phones down. Take a few deep breaths. Whew, loosen up from the day.
Right.
The evening.
Your auric field is, we're just such routine-based creatures,
Aren't
right?
we?
So think about if you're always acting the same,
yes,
or you're always speaking or thinking the same, that means that it's the same frequency that's always emanating from you, right?
And then doesn't your brain get patterned to think the same thoughts if it's so routine?
Look who's here. See the tail?
Oh, here comes the tail. And
so
moving the camera. Look, she's going to knock the camera. Sorry, guys.
So she's been gone for like 3 hours.
She likes to be in the rain.
Oh. Hi. Okay. You want to say hi? Say hi, Boofy. You're on. So she's been gone for 3 hours, and we're like, she's not allowed to be out at night. So now you're in trouble. And then we left the door open, figured she'll come in. And she did because it was time. It was showtime.
Yep. That's
everybody say hi to Poof. Poof, you done? No?
She's so special.
I know. Here you go. Go down there. So I got my Mystery Machine mug tonight.
Finally.
This is like a thing because when you guys, how you collect? Basically, you're not collecting mugs, but you just keep buying them.
Yeah.
Like I go to Barnes & Noble.
Do you know how many mugs I've collected since I've known you? Literally over 200.
Well, yeah, because they're in boxes in our storage.
To, go through them. It's ridiculous. I need a whole room.
Some people buy socks. We like to buy mugs. If we go anywhere, like how will we?
What's your favorite mug?
Yeah, how will we?
In the chat.
What's the word I'm looking for? How will we remember this? Now, how will we
commemorate?
Commemorate or immemorialize?
Yes.
Is immemorialize a word, Erica?
Immemorialize?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, we're gonna make it up. Immemorialize, and then I get a mug.
Yeah.
But this is one of my favorites I haven't used is my Mystery Machine mug. Who's a Scooby-Doo fan out there?
Yeah.
Can I tell you an interesting story about Scooby-Doo?
I have a feeling that you are going to tell me anyway.
I was on a podcast, I don't know, a couple of years ago, and someone asked me, it's like, what are your what influenced you to be a medium? And so my standard answers have always been, well, because my mom had passed away or my friend had passed away, and it was part of how I wanted to help and serve people and develop my ability. And then I realized, actually, maybe it was partly because of Scooby-Doo, because we do paranormal investigations, right?
Yeah.
So there's all sorts of influences that you can have to do what you do. In fact, I've spoken to different people when I've given readings over the years where people did a particular profession, but the thing that influenced them was not someone like in the same profession. So the painter wasn't influenced by a painter, he was influenced by a rock star. Or the rock star wasn't influenced by a rock star, he was influenced by a painter.
Do you know who influenced me like low key in the background of our life? I don't talk about it very much, but Elvira.
Do you know I was going to say that?
You knew that?
Yeah, because you kind of come from like internally where she comes from. You don't dress like
same
her.
80s girl and same humor about paranormal and these things where it's just it's so fun. I mean, honestly, everything in this realm, everything that we're doing, and I like to, I came up with a phrase last week where I called everybody bad kids. Whoever's on this
who comes to our shows,
we're all the bad kids, the ones that they kicked out of class, or the ones that are not allowed at certain functions because we're too crazy, too wild.
This is the open house.
This is the bad kid club. If
the
you're
door
a bad
is open,
kid, raise your hand.
The drawbridge is down.
This is where we get really spooky and mystical, and we drop into all the Elvira in me and the Scooby-Doo in you.
Well, you know what it is? We have to have fun because when you're in the work, right, it's close to combined with me 15 years, you 10 years doing this work. So that's a lot of time spent in the metaphysical psychic field, from thousands of psychic readings to thousands of group channelings, our Circle of Light. If you guys are just joining us and you want to know a little bit about our background, go to the community page.
Yes.
And you'll see more than a decade's worth of stuff. So you get to know that we didn't just join this whole thing like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, but what we discover is that you have to start to have fun.
You have to.
But
isn't that a great lesson for everything, though? Eventually, it doesn't matter what field you're in or what profession. If you don't start cracking jokes and having fun, what happens.
I had a client who was a surgeon, and he would crack jokes during surgery.
Awesome.
And it didn't take away from his focus. In fact, it relaxed everyone, and they were able to, he wasn't like telling like belly laugh jokes, but he was doing little quips, little cracks. I think that's so important, guys. If we lose our sense of humor, we lose everything.
Well, and I know we're going to jump into giving the rules for the night, but before we do that, I had a little talk prepared.
Good. I'm going to lean back a little bit.
Yeah, you chill, and I will tell my little stories. So you guys, if you are feeling hollow, empty, listless, without direction, feeling like your feet are not on the ground, feeling like you just don't know which way to go, you're uncomfortable, you don't know what's happening to your world, you just feel kind of like loose and almost lazy-minded, okay? And I'm not calling you out. You could just know and call yourself out if that's where you're at. Guess what will solve all of that? If you drop in to your creative expression. If you drop into the part of you that is creative, so whether it be art or writing or pottery or taking a bunch of sticks and making a tree house or doing that one project you've always wanted to do. Maybe you want to make an entire flower bed in your windowsill. Maybe you want to paint a mural in your house. Maybe
I'm starting to think like these are things I better expect in the next 3 weeks about to happen in my own house.
He knows how I am. I'm like an artist at heart. We both
She's like, and I'm about to put a flower bed in the window by your bedside.
But it saved me. It actually saved my life. But
I have a question for you, because there's you guys out there. I'm already tuning in. Your question you're asking is, but I am having a creative block. I can't even get myself to do the thing that I am. I do have I haven't drawn in so long. I haven't danced in so long. I have not made that sculpture out of Swiss cheese like Erica does in her spare time.
It's the best.
Yeah. Don't even look in her closet.
There's a lot of yarrows for it.
So what do you say to those people out there?
Okay.
Give them a hand.
I hate to give you guys this answer because it seems so boring and so lame, and it's not my style, but it's the truth. I hate to say it. You just have to do it. So it's, in other words, you can't think about it. You have to turn your brain off. You pick up the paintbrush and you just start somewhere.
All right. Can I share something about that?
Yes.
Okay. And we don't ever plan our shows, guys.
Yeah.
When it's live, it's live. It's literally like she comes out of the bedroom dressed.
Well, I do it on purpose because I want to throw him off his
By the way,
guard.
if you ever think that we match,
throw anything at him.
I swear on the rose quartz pyramid right here, we never consult each other about what we're going to wear. And like she gets to the bedroom for an hour or 2 or 3.
Yes.
And then I'm not even looking what she's wearing. And then I go in.
The same color coordination.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. And it happens every single time.
That's a twin flame thing, baby.
Yo, bro.
So, can I share?
I always wanted to say that. Yo, brah.
All right, let me share something. So, I don't know if you guys know, but like, I play music, right? So this is my love in life is to play music. I grew up playing drums and guitar and singing and writing songs and had bands and took it really seriously. It's actually what led me to what I do now, using my voice in a kind of different way. But I plan to record some music this week. And I planned this like 2 weeks ago. I called my buddy Dave, who has a studio, and I said, I'm coming and to record. Now, I have been wanting to do this for more than a year. You know this, right? I haven't picked up the guitar the electric guitar at least in a long time. Mm-hmm. I needed to get a guitar cord. I kept putting it off. I'm like, I can't play the electric guitar because I didn't get that cord. Guitar Center is 5 minutes down the street from our house. I hope this helps you guys in what you're wanting, hopefully, to get back to creatively. Mm-hmm. So this is like how I was putting it off. And then I have all my clients, and I have you, and I have myself, and there's the kids. It's so much to do.
His hands are full.
Hands are full, baby. So, you say to yourself, myself who teaches this goes, I don't have time. Not that I was miserable about it. But then I was like, well, the song has to come to me.
Right.
And I told her 3 weeks ago, I was like, there has to be a song. I'm just thinking of something, and I'm just there's a feeling behind it. I hadn't written the song. I didn't have the lyrics. And I decided I'm going to book the studio anyway. Don't have the song, guys. And I just told him, I said, I'm coming in. Booked the time, paid for it, going there in 2 days. And then I was like, when am I going to squeeze in time? So I'm practicing my singing while I'm driving to appointments. Then I'm thinking of like, what's the feeling I want? What I want to bring out. I had to go through all these spaces, guys. Red Eagle, I think it was Phineas. Phineas, who I channel, said, he channeled this in a session years ago, and he said, your creations recreate you. Meaning, once you create something, it speaks back to you, and then it asks you to then work with it. So I applied that teaching from the spirit guides, and it was just get in the garage and just go get the guitar cord, just plug it in. Just play. Yeah, just play. Yeah. While I was playing the guitar, I was doing my scales, and I kept saying to myself, no, this isn't it, but just keep going, Riz, just keep going. I pushed through all the judgment. I pushed through all of the, what is a song supposed to sound like?
Yeah, we tell ourselves a lot of stories, don't we?
We tell ourselves so many stories, guys. What it's supposed to be like, who's going to look at this painting, who's going to listen to this song. It's for you. It's for you to now expand yourself, because we are creation in and of itself. Yeah. So we want to create.
And look how we felt when we went to the LA art show just the other day.
Amazing.
We felt so like walking on air. We were floating out of there because you could just feel the creative energy from everyone.
Right.
So you have no idea when you actually really intentionally start to create, your focus is gonna change, and you're gonna affect the people around you, because who doesn't like to be around creative people?
So I just kept playing for an hour on the guitar. I had a little keyboard. I was like, just play any beat. So the keyboard started playing its pre-programmed little beat, and I started playing along to it. And of course, something that I loved came out of it, just this one part. And then I started building on it, and now I'm excited. And I'm going to work on it tonight and tomorrow. So,
and I bet right before you started playing the music,
Yeah.
there was a buildup of frustration or that feeling of like, I'm not getting anything done.
I had to go into not caring and saying, what feels good?
Right.
Okay. I don't want to get caught up in the technical, like, is this the way, is this going to look impressive if I'm playing this guitar lick right here? Or a painter going, is this going to impress someone? It's not about impressing someone. It's about you getting out that energy for yourself. And
people don't realize when we say creativity, it doesn't mean just music, art, and writing, like writing a book. It's also how you decorate your house or how you clean your car out and how you paint the rims of something or how it's in the smallest touch. It's in the smallest detail.
How you put the dishes
Maybe
away.
It's how
right?
I was just going to say that if how you align or put the forks and knives, and maybe there's a certain way. You never know like where your creative energy wants to come out, and you have to allow it. And by the way, the reason we're stressing this, and I know you've probably heard this your whole life, but it's always good to be reminded, is because once you start doing it, you start remembering who you are.
It's like going to the gym.
And the blocks come off.
Right. A lot of trainers just say the working out at the gym is not the hard part. The hard part is getting to the gym.
Getting there.
So you just get in your car and you go. And then when you're there, sometimes you have some of the best workouts you ever had in your life.
Sometimes what works for me is I say, just turn it off. Like, get the idea, get the feeling, lock it in, and then turn the brain off. Just shut off the little peanut gallery, the little opinionators that live inside of you, the little judge and jury that's constantly telling you, you can't do that. Who do you think you are? Oh my God. And you just listen, because we just sit there and take it, and you don't have to. You can actually like whip them into shape in your head and tell them to be quiet and get to your creativity.
Well, interestingly enough, that principle of getting out of your own way, of ignoring what you think is logic, if that was the case, I never would have become a psychic medium or a channeler.
That's true.
Right? And because I took that chance. Look, you put yourself out there as a psychic medium or a channeler. It's just open target practice for you.
Yeah,
because,
might as well.
People, even some of my videos over the years, like, this is demonic, this is bullshit, this is that.
This is a good time. This is a good time to bring up and announce and handle this for all the people out there in the world that are listening that have been bullied. I just want to let you know, we chose a profession that puts you on the front lines of vulnerability to be bullied, and you cannot let that stop you. But at the same time, that actually helped us. That we were bullied a lot when we were growing up. That actually helped us.
If you know how to use it as fuel.
Yeah, because we're desensitized.
But you know what I do with
it? We get it, and we're not impressed.
Can I talk about that whole thing about people say, the more they hate on you, I'm going to use it as fuel. Okay, good. But I want to talk about the fuel has to be
pure
recycled fuel.
Yes.
It's like when you make fuel from garbage and somehow they've come up with a way to make it non-toxic, right? So you want to make sure that fuel is non-toxic, because anger can be a fuel, but you'll be angry your whole life, right?
Yeah, you don't want that energy.
Right.
It's bad for you. Cortisol levels go up.
Oh, and for everybody else around you.
It damages your cellular system and your health.
When it comes to psychic work, right?
Yeah.
We all have a sixth sense, guys. It's just that not everybody's meant to be a professional medium. People have it in different degrees. The ones who become professional mediums have it to a very high degree. And what I try to share with people is that, look, everyone can learn to be a better singer than they are. You may think you're a terrible singer, but if you took voice lessons and you applied yourself, you would be better than what you are now, right? You'd be better in 6 months or a year or two with diligent practice and listening. It's the same thing with opening up your psychic senses. You will become better if you really apply yourself, because we both believe this wholeheartedly, that you have this as your sixth sense. You have your five senses, and each human being has this sixth sense. So there's 7, 8, 9, 10, 100,000 senses. We don't know. Let's add more each year. What do you say?
Yep.
Okay, so
we have people coming in from New Zealand.
New Zealand got some Kiwis in the house.
Yes.
Where in New Zealand?
Wow.
We are going to be there next year on a private retreat, actually.
Well, let's go over the house rules, and then if you have any messages that are general that's coming through, let's lay those out.
Yes,
so
I do.
house rules first, just to let you all know. Actually, do you want to say it?
Yeah,
why don't you?
I think that Erica will give the house rules. Also, she'll put it in writing, but I'll say very quickly. I give messages when I feel the information is there for you. If I'm not getting anything, guys, I will always just say, I'm not getting anything here. I'm sorry, because I'd rather you have a message that's really coming through than if it's not, I'm not going to say anything, right? Number two, if it is about someone who's passed on, meaning someone who's crossed over, aka died, we need to know your first name, right? Your real first name, not your handle. That person's real first name only, please. And when they died. Now, if they've died in the last 3 months, please hold off till after 3 months. And that's minimum. I usually say 6 months, wait till after someone is crossed, okay? The other thing is we do one question per person. And I think that's it. And Erica will go over those rules with you. I'm really happy to be here with you guys. It is one of the joys of life to share this kind of energy with you guys and have you here in our magical lair with Medusa and Edgar Allan Poe and the Golden Bell. What else do you do? Any announcements? We should bring up announcement at the top.
Yeah.
Retreats. Bunch of you guys have reached out to us about upcoming retreats, which are Egypt, the Great Pyramids, Enchanted Egypt Retreat. We take groups every year for the many, many years now to the mystical land of Egypt. It's going to be incredible. This December, you'll be with us for 6 days, and we will be covering Cairo, Aswan, Luxor, going into all the sacred sites, doing channelings at these sites and energy healings at these sites, and really going into the deeper history of ancient Egypt. And it's wonderful esoteric teachings and secrets, and you're definitely going to get an upgrade in your third eye and in your psychic senses because you're going to be with us, and it's all about that. Number two is we have upcoming, I'm going to work backwards, so that's December. Listen, just because you think it's December and you have time, there's only a couple of spots left. All our retreats are sold out for the year except for these last few spots. So we have Salem, which is a very, very fun retreat, magical, mystical, historical, Salem, Massachusetts. You'll be with us. That's a very small retreat. So now's the time to get info on that. You can just ask Erica, type it in. And that will be a lot of channeling, historical sites. We do stuff at the witch trial sites, right? Pay our respects and also connect.
Also, don't forget to mention, a lot of people have been starting to come from our live chats to join him in his shamanic sacred journeys that he does at the top of Topanga Canyon in the beautiful Santa Monica Mountains, overlooking the ocean in a huge yurt. So if you're interested in that.
If you understand about sacred plant medicine ceremonies, I am also a shaman. I have been leading them for close to 15 years. So this is very, very serious, deep healing. If you're interested in information on how to be with me in that experience, please reach out to Erica. And the last retreat that we have some space for, I think, is Contact, which is our extraterrestrial channeling retreat in Joshua Tree, California. If you've heard about Joshua Tree, you know it's a vortex, very, very powerful vortex where even Native Americans have had sightings of these star people for thousands of years, and it's been passed down in oral tradition. And yes, you do see those ships flying around at night in Joshua Tree, and you'll be there with us. So that's that. Those are the announcements.
Yes, those are all the announcements, and we are good to go.
Let me see what I got. I have some my spirit guides. I always like to put it out there, guys. I need a name for this. I call it the spirit shoutouts. How about that? Is that good?
Yeah.
Spirit shoutouts are before I start giving readings. You like it? Okay.
Yeah, that's our new official title.
Spirit shoutouts.
And the bell.
Ring the bell.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
The idea for the bell came with our Halloween costume or Christmas costume when we were Santa Claus, remember? And it came with a bell, and that bell had a better ring.
It did.
And that's why I told you when I went to buy another one, I said, get the same Santa's bell. So we have to find the Santa bell. But I couldn't tell because
I got it from Amazon.
I know.
Yeah.
But Santa's bell is better.
I think it's pretty good. We'll get a bigger one. One of those street Santas. Okay. So spirit shoutouts are when I get something coming through to me before anybody asks. I put it out there. It must have something to do with one of you out there, and it's usually pretty specific. I have the first thing I want to say is, and all of these things are kind of out there, but I shouldn't even say that. Look at us. I'm talking about something being out there.
You know what? Let me address
So let me
something.
say that.
Were you going to say?
I'm going to my spirit shoutouts now.
Oh, you're going to do that?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
So let me deliver it. Does somebody out there have some connection to, now this could be either a connection to Gerald Ford, the president, right? He was a president in the 70s. He was before Jimmy Carter. Was there someone in your family either connected to him, literally connected to him, or did you have a picture of him in your house? Or some very interesting story about this person who crossed over and President Ford? That's one.
You got that, E?
You got that, guys? All right, that's the first spirit shout out. The second one is, okay, so there's someone right now who's got some issue going on in the teeth, who needs some sort of gum surgery. I want to talk to you. And then the name Asa, like A-S-A. Is that how Asa would be spelled? Mm-hmm. The name Asa is coming up. So those are the 3 spirit shout-outs. Let me know. Let Erica know, and we'll begin.
Yes. Before we jump into questions, I want to let you guys know Riz does give messages from your spirit guides, whatever your spirit guides say to him, and whatever he picks up intuitively in his mediumship, he'll give you. Also, he does work for animals. Animal communication.
Sure.
So he'll give messages from
We just spin the
animals.
wheel. I never know. Sometimes people say, can you do this? And I go, I don't know. Let's try it.
Let's try it. And as far as the spirit guides go, we, like, somebody asked if we read Akashic records. So
I don't personally, but maybe the spirit guides are accessing the Akashic records.
That's what we think is happening.
Yeah, I don't ever see a library of books or things like that.
But your guides are already here in the room, and I was telling Erica when we were setting up the studio tonight,
yeah.
I said, this feels very much like right before you channel when we do the Circle of Light all those years every week.
Yeah.
There's a feeling, and that feeling is all your guides start to assemble that are here on the chat, and they're going to line up, so we're going to get to it.
One more thing. 4th spirit shout out. Angelina is the name I need to give a message to, I believe. Okay.
So there's a couple of people asking more about the Akashic records. Do you want to explain what the Akashic records are first so people understand?
Technically, remember something, these definitions have been passed down through different intuitive people, channelers, different philosophical or New Age or orders. So the Akashic records refers to, and I'm going to just make it general, let's not get too specific and crazy, is that there is almost like imagine a library or a hall of records of all of your lifetimes and your purpose and your soul contracts, everything about you. It's sort of like your medical records where it's about all the incarnations of your life.
And you have to remember that they have to say it to us in a way that we would understand. So we understand books, we understand writing, and we understand libraries and connecting and collecting data. That's something our civilization understands in our timeline.
Right.
We don't know exactly how that looks in their timeline or wherever they're at.
It may or may not be a physical experience somewhere else.
That's how it's easily explained to us, so we get the picture.
Right.
And then we personally are not the type of people who go walking inside of any establishment on the other side to read Akashic records. That's not our style.
The celestial Barnes and Noble.
Yeah, we don't do that. So what we do is we go straight to your guides.
Yes.
And your guides have full access to everything.
Much better.
About you.
Yes.
So it's just quicker, faster.
Yes.
Okay, so are you ready?
Ooh, I like that wave over me. It's like you're saging me, baby, with your hand. Okay, yeah, I'm good.
Like WWF, are you ready?
Ready to rumble? No, that's boxing.
Now, in the left-hand corner is Riz the Wiz. Mm-hmm. Here he comes walking up with his leopard snake skin shirt and pants and sporting a...
Oh, what?
Mystery Machine cup.
There we go.
He's about ready to flex and go into your life and
Psychic
stories.
flex coming.
Are you ready? Here we go.
Did somebody just answer?
Yeah, I got.
I just
got our
saw.
first
I just
answer.
saw a light over your head,
a
Erica.
lot of,
And so we got a confirmation. Is it about Ford?
no.
Okay.
We haven't gotten forward
Uh-huh.
yet. Okay, so there's one for there's Angelina leads, but there's also teeth ones. Which one do you want first?
The gum one.
Okay, so Monica is having problems with her gums, but I'm scared of the dentist, and she's having pain right now.
Got it, Monica. Okay, look to the level it's happening. That is happening on Psychic Sundays. That your guides are talking to my guides and saying, because it was about gums. So she did say gums, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So please don't worry about this, okay? Your spirit guides are with you, and they're not going to lead you into a situation that's going to be terrible for you. They're trying to get this message to you that you must go take care of this, because remember something. Gums and teeth, they have to do spiritually. It's connected with your lineage, your family, any kind of generational, I want to say, baggage that you've been carrying. This is now time to let that go. This is also a time of self-care, self-nurturing. The gums are so sensitive, so it's about your sensitivity. Why do we say the teeth are connected to lineage? Because if your body burned up in a fire, they identify you through your dental records, right? So it's the connection to that physical lineage, and then all the spiritual, emotional stuff that comes with it. So please go do this, and also see this as it's time now. You are ripe, Monica, for letting go of a chapter of anything that was too heavy connected to family, okay? All right.
All right, we have our first questions coming on in. Are you ready, my dear?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so we have Monica.
We just did Monica.
Oh, I was reading.
Yeah.
Oh, we just did Monica. Okay, so I was reading the chats.
Okay.
I didn't see here. Okay, Jen. Riz, last week you said I was going through a rebirth. What exactly is a rebirth, and what does it entail?
Okay, so rebirth cannot happen without a death, right? We're not talking physical, guys. We are only talking spiritual. This means that where you kind of feel that you go, I know, but I don't know. What does that mean? Well, I know there's something happening, and I know it's like always out of my grip or my sight, or it's right around the corner where I feel a change is coming and it never really happens. Or it seems like it's going to happen, it happens a little bit, and then it kind of just fades out. So I'm going to make it simple for you. A rebirth is where you are getting a complete upgrade of who it is that you are. That means that it can be, you'll feel it in your body, you'll feel it in your mental process, you will feel it in the joy, the spirit of who you are, you'll feel a connection, but you must purge this out. So spiritual death can be very cathartic. I wasn't going to say painful. It's painful in the sense of that you are getting it out of your system. So they can last days. A spiritual death can last days. You can be crying into your pillow for a week or 6 months. And it's just that the harder you hold on, Jen, because
That's the key, isn't it?
yeah, you have to be able to let go.
It's the holding on, and it's the fear of the unknown. And what happens if you let go? You're afraid. Am I going to not be the person I've always been? Will I be unrecognizable? Well, hopefully, yes, you will be unrecognizable. And at the same time, you will know yourself even better than you ever have known yourself. And we should, if you guys agree, let us know. We should do one of our little talks, a video.
Yeah, about death and rebirth.
Just about death and rebirth,
Yes.
and what
So what
we
I would
go through.
what I would suggest for you is either take some time off, and if you can do this, and go somewhere where you have the time and the silence to be with yourself. Go work with a healer or a shaman that you really trust, and do some sort of shamanic work. Sometimes if you can't do any of those things, it has to do with taking time for yourself and really saying to yourself, no one's going to interfere with this time that I give myself every single week. Meaning phones are off, no one can reach you, and you are just letting yourself die these little deaths, because it's the shedding of a skin, many, many layers of skins, Jen. And this is that year for you, okay? All right, next. Angelina, hi.
Is this for specifically the person living? Their name is Angelina? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, the person is living, Angelina. They have to have lost someone.
Yes.
I believe it's a woman who's here. Is it did Angelina lose a woman?
Yes.
Okay, that's the one.
Christine, her niece is named Angelina, and her mom, Linda, passed in 2017.
Got it. Okay, thank you. So she pushed her way in to get this message to Angeline. Well, this is Angelina's mom, right?
No, this is her. I think this is.
Yeah, Angeline's mom. This woman's niece is Angeline, and Angeline's mom passed, right?
Let me just double check. I think so. It's not super clear if it's.
Well, we need to be totally clear. We need to be totally clear.
Okay.
So please rewind.
BRB.
Anytime, what we could do is anytime anyone asks a question, because a lot of things are scrolling, take it and cut and paste it on a notepad.
I have been. This is from the question. I'm just realizing it's not clear in her comment.
Okay.
I just need to clarify.
Okay.
Would you like to go to the next one?
Yes.
Okay, so we have a new person.
Grandma. Sorry.
Okay.
Say it again.
So, Linda is Angelina's grandmother.
Linda is Angelina's grandmother, and she passed in 2017.
Correct.
Thank you. Well, she took all this time to come over into the Psychic Sundays, heard it was going down and that we were having a party, so she came in. Watchful, watching over, yes. Typical grandma stuff, right? I'll always watch over you kind of thing. Interesting we're talking about creativity because the grandmother is saying that this one is going to be sparked in the arts. So I don't know if she's showing any signs of that now. She's very young, correct? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Would you say she's 7 years old?
She didn't give me an exact age. But
Okay. Oh, she didn't? Why? I was seeing her as young. I don't know if she's young. But yes, just giving a lot of love. Actually, sunflowers. Interesting. Sunflowers. It's always a sign for me personally of joy, happy, that they're very, very good on the other side. So just want to give that little quick shout out to you that she said you by name. Okay.
Okay, we have a new person. I am new here. My name is Philip, and I am looking to get wisdom from my ancestors as it relates to my living family. My current living family is dysfunctional and looking for advice.
The family is looking for advice?
Looking for advice for his family.
For his family. Oh, my goodness, Philip. You're very, very kind and generous.
The little girl is
that.
8 years old.
Yeah. Oh, she is 8 years old, see? Because she went like this with her hand that she was...
Confirmation.
Philip, welcome, first of all. Thank you for being here. By the way, how did you find us? I would like to know that. If you guys are just signing on, we'd love to know how you found us. Okay, Philip, two things I'm going to say here before I tune in, because I do a lot of this work with people. Not only as a psychic medium, I have this other work I do, which is as a shaman, and then they combine. So I'm helping people to heal, transform using the powers of their own being and application of certain principles, as well as giving them messages from the other side. So first things first is what I want to say here. I'm glad that you really care about helping them, of course. That's wonderful. I have to tell you that what I'm getting, and this is a very hot button word, is I'm getting certain people are spoiled. Now, isn't that interesting? That's the word that the ancestors are using.
That's my favorite word.
Is it? Okay. Now, here's what's interesting, because most people tend to think of the people who are spoiled have really had it good. They go, how could I have had it? How could I be spoiled? I've really had it good.
But the thing is, they're spoiling themselves.
Well,
like not spoiling themselves with like luxury items. That's not what you mean by spoiled.
No.
It's like they let themselves get away.
They let themselves spoil like bread that goes unattended. Like it doesn't, you don't eat it. You use it or lose it. But it feels like this is generational in the sense that we do play out our woes with a list of evidence that we have for all these things that hurt us, right? And we kind of skate this line between blame and we start to victimize ourselves, and a deep transformation is needed. And I think you understand what I'm talking about, Philip. And this is, you can't make that happen, you see. There's number one thing I see here, by the way, they're telling me this is grief related. So really if you want to take this on, Philip, then this would have to do with doing grief work. And if anyone's having any patterns or addictions related to this, that's what they're giving to me, then it has to be a consistent effort without ever faltering or falling off of that path. And I just see a lot of being on the path and falling off, then being on Like when people are on the wagon and they say you fell off the wagon, that kind of thing. So, but if anybody's got the heart to help move this energy along, it's you. That's what I get.
That's probably why he's even asking the question, because he has that insight.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I was also wondering if you had, is there any engineers in your family in the past or in the present? Like structural kind of engineers? Okay.
Okay. So this is from the handle Paranormal Experience. Her name is Lisa. Last week's question was a message for her friend Agnes from Papua New Guinea. Her son passed suddenly young, and his name is beautiful. It's Jonah. Is that a question?
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'll clarify. So Lisa, she was trying to get a message for Jonah.
Okay.
From Jonah, who is the son of Agnes.
And Jonah passed.
Jonah passed, if I remember from last week, it was years ago.
And did we not give a message?
She didn't know his name. So she just found out. Agnes is in Papua New Guinea.
Agnes in Papua New Guinea.
Oh, that I remember.
Yes.
So what happened was she was trying to get a message, but didn't have the name of the son.
Yes.
And you couldn't give the message.
No, I have because I
you needed the
track.
name.
I have to call in sometimes.
Okay, so that's what it was.
Yeah.
So she got the name.
Yeah, it's
So
not
the
a
name
hard and
is
fast.
Jonah.
You know, I like to have certain kind of requirements for me to tune in but then sometimes it comes through like this. The spirit comes through and goes, "I need to give a message to Angeline," and then we give the message. So I tell you something. After my half of my life of doing this work, I can't say there are hard and fast rules. I just try to make some kind of template or guideline for myself to help myself and to help others organize the questions, right? Okay. I'm putting it out there, and let's see what happens. Let's go to the next person and see.
Okay. Okay, so we're just in the middle of everything right now. We're going to jump right in. I'd
Okay.
like you to give a message to Buckshot for his birthday, and he also has lots of little questions inside of that question, which is he would like to know more about chakras, how to work on it. He wants to know more about, will he have a rebirth when he has a shaman journey with you?
Of course.
And all these little things, but it's all wrapped up into a birthday message. He's very interested in the exploration.
Well,
of
I just got to go
the
right
rebirth.
in. You have
Just go right in.
excuse me, you have a white tiger spirit guide. Now, I see this once in a while. I see a white deer. I see different, animals that come in like this very white glowing light. Yours, Buckshot, is a white tiger. I'm just going to give you the message that as it's coming through. First things you might find funny is, do you organize do you have something to organize like all your footwear, your shoes and your sneakers and your boots? And are you making sure you don't wear these things in the house? Because it's like you should be organizing this stuff. Everybody has house spirits. So this is about that. Another thing is adding more color to your wardrobe. So instead of getting a gray jacket, you go, I'm going to get the dark purple one. Or instead of, you know what I'm saying? Like just adding more color. Because color is frequency, and you are raising your frequency. You are wanting to have a more diverse experience in life because you're done with the part of your life where you're beating up on yourself saying, I'm not good enough, or I can't get over this thing, this pattern.
Whew, I just felt that.
You felt that, right? So this is the year where you're no longer coming from surviving, you're coming from creation, visionary energy. Survivors do not have creative visionary energy. They're not working it. They have it deep inside, but it's not out. It's not dominating them. So a survivor cannot be in the same body energy as a creator visionary type of person. That's when the caterpillar becomes the butterfly.
He says, I mostly walk around barefoot now. Yes, mostly dark blue and gray.
Yes. Oh, really? Mostly dark blue and gray. Okay, so add some things here. Why? Because look what it would take for you to do that. You'd rather have me say, go climb a really high mountain, and you'll go do it. See, but that's not a problem for you. I want to make a problem for you.
Got to shake it up.
Yeah, I want to shake you up. Pick 3 colors that you go, I would be uncomfortable in that. But then ask someone close to you, say, what colors could you see me that would make me try to, and then you have to try to rock it, right? You can't just like put it on and go, oh, I'm wearing a yellow jacket. I'm wearing a yellow jacket walking around because Riz told me to do it. He challenged me. No, I want you to own it. Here's why. And I really want you to pay attention. Because this is the eye of the tiger, white tiger stuff that we're dropping into with you. What would it take for you to own it? What would you have to do inside? What would you have to face? What gears would you have to flip that have been rusted over and stuck in a certain position inside of you? What have you never given yourself a chance to feel or to be? What did you judge in other people who were doing that? Or you didn't pay attention to how magical that actually is, and what are they tapped into? Because if you do it with something like a clothing, you can't escape that in the mirror. You can get away with if I tell you to go up the mountain, if I tell you to do Tai Chi, if I tell you to do all these things that are like spiritual, you'll hide in that, Buckshot. You will hide. And I don't want you to hide because we need you and your light and your magic to be out here. So if you're hiding to yourself, then we never get to see it. We lose the benefit. You lose the benefit. And then this life is it was a lemon. It was, it was a dud.
Yeah. You don't want that.
Okay. So that's your message from the white tiger for you.
That's definitely a rebirth message.
And those colors are connected to the chakras. All right.
All right. So,
I got another spirit shout out happening. I want to repeat one of the spirit shout outs because nobody has replied. Did somebody have a relative who was like connected to President Ford, Gerald Ford? Now, this means that either they somehow had some 1 degree of connection to them, or they were a big fan, or you have the book. Maybe, I don't know if he ever wrote a book, but they all do. You have their book, or did they have a picture? You know, sometimes people keep portraits of a president in their house.
Oh, yeah.
So
we had
Ford.
George Washington.
Yeah. Okay.
I took it down because I wasn't crazy
so
about.
The second shout out I have is. No, they don't want me to do it yet. Okay. All right. Well, let's keep moving forward.
Okay. So, Erica, did you want to say anything to me? Because I'm about to go to. Because some of them were answered. So Monica was answered.
Josh, we haven't.
So we're going to Josh next. That's who I was going to. Okay. Hey, Josh O'Neill. Hey, guys, can you please check for a message from my dad, Devin, passed in 2015. Hopefully tonight I can get one from my daughter, Layla, okay, who is watching tonight for her birthday. Happy birthday, Layla.
Happy birthday.
So you want me to read it again? Because I was kind of choppy. I chopped that message all up. Hey, guys, can you please check for a message from my dad, Devin, passed in 2015. Hopefully tonight I can get one from my daughter, Layla, who is watching tonight for her birthday.
I'd love to know if Layla, does Layla collect anything? Does she have collections of something? Because that's the first thing that's coming through. There is somebody coming through the other side. I'm not sure if it's... Devin is the name of the dad, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's a cool name for a dad. So this is Devin's granddaughter?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm waiting to see if there's a message. Yeah. Okay.
Laylia.
Laylia? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, E.
Yeah, let me know about this. She's talking about something about some kind of collection here. And drawing pictures. Okay. She collects sunglasses. Okay. He knows about these collections is the first thing I want to say. And he's like, that's cool. That's cool. By the way, he liked that I said his name was cool. And he's like, and that's cool too. He's like, keep saying, then that's cool. I was wondering and what's the son's name?
His name is Josh.
Josh, do you have his jacket? Did he have I mean, I feel it heavy, almost like leather. Do you have one of a heavier jacket of his? Also, I was wondering if there's any connection to the state of Ohio and you guys. or Boston. These two places. Let's wait for an answer.
All right. Yes.
Okay, so this is the message for the granddaughter. You're always going to be a little bit unusual. The sunglasses is just the beginning. There's going to be all sorts of very interesting things
Josh
you're
says
going to.
this sounds like him.
Yeah, thank you. Sounds like okay. He's like patting me. He's like, yeah, go for it, Riz. He's like, go for it, tell her. So you're always going to be. That's like he's just doing like that. But it's a little hard, actually. You got to tell your dad to chill. I feel this right now. Oh, he's doing this to you. He's doing this to you, Josh. He's doing like this to your head. Did you change your hairstyle, or are you losing your hair? Are you afraid of losing your hair? I don't know what it is. It's a joke that he's doing. Now he's going like that to you. And how's it going? And
Josh's
Josh,
brother, his other son,
yeah,
lived in Ohio for a bit.
Okay, thank you. Your brother lived in Ohio. Thank you. So that is his way of like, for some reason, he's just like giving love to that person. And the name David is coming up. Could you please tell me if that is a connection here? I know his name is Devin, but is there a David? And is your eyesight, your eyesight, Josh, all right? Have you had that checked? You have trouble driving at night or something? He's with you in the car at night. I don't know what that is about. Also, did you recently meet someone who was like a friend of his? Because he was there during that.
Josh says he started growing his hair out again.
Okay.
And he lost his hair.
Oh, now I understand.
So
Thank you for
hair.
So he's putting his hand on your hair because he lost his hair is fine. He looks very cool. Please let me know about the jacket thing.
He says one of his best friends is David.
Oh, thank you.
We're just getting a lot of confirmations.
So please tell David hello from him. Okay? Great. Blessings on that. Okay.
All righty. Okay, so now we're going over to, did I handle Carrie or did you want me to?
Carrie yet. Yeah, no, we didn't do Carrie.
We got any first? Also, let's
you
do some
said-
more first timers.
We're on an order. Hold
Oh,
on.
we're on order. Okay.
Yeah, we have a specific system.
Guys, it's like working. I'm like the short order cook in the diner, and there's like tickets. Who had the
I don't have
cheeseburger?
her question here.
Where's my steak? It's like, oh, I forgot to put it on the grill.
Okay.
All right.
Erica,
What do we got?
Okay, I'll get. So Carrie, this is actually from last week. We didn't finish.
Okay, let's do some things that we left over from last week.
Thank you.
Okay.
She just wanted to know who her gatekeeper was, but we didn't get to it.
Okay. This is a Carrie that I think has been with us before, yeah?
Yes.
What's her full handle?
Carrie High Vibe.
Yeah, Carrie High Vibes. Hi, Carrie High Vibes. Yes, let me just tune into that. Oh, wow. You got a dragon spirit animal with you, Carrie High Vibes. But beautiful, like kind, like with eyelashes is the way I say.
I love those pictures of,
Yeah.
with the eyelashes.
The name is Ila. I would pronounce it as Ela. She's your gatekeeper. But look, she's coming in the form of a dragon, but I think she's a feminine human type of figure, but she prefers to come this way. You have very sensitive skin, and I don't think I mean sensitive skin like you bust out in rashes. I don't think that's what I'm trying to say. I want to say like you can feel the emotional energy through your skin, like of another person or in a room. Like your skin is the first thing that goes, oh, I shouldn't be here, or oh, yes, I should be here. So she's working with you on your auric field right now and helping you to...
This is what I think the dragon looks like that you're talking about.
Oh, pop it in there.
I did.
Does kind of look like that. That's a
what
very
I
good
envisioned.
image. How did you get that so
Because
fast?
it came to me, and it's on my Instagram, and it came to me last week.
It's
this
on
dragon.
your Instagram.
Yeah. I posted it last week. This dragon came to me.
Okay. All right. So now, it's the water dragon, by the way. So we want to go into you really making sure that I'm sure you take a shower before you go to bed and all of that, but like making more of that as a deeply healing, cleansing ritual for yourself of washing off the day's events, and more aquamarine in whether it's a stone around your neck or whether it is something in your room that it's a picture of flowing water would be very good for you.
She says yes. Her skin feels like an energetic antenna.
Yes. And so she knows about this because dragons have very magical skin. You think it's this spirit guide who's coming in that form. It's like if you were to touch that dragon's skin, it would like your fingers would go into this holographic light.
Wow.
That's how they show it to me.
Absolutely stunning.
Okay.
So here we go. Michelle Taylor.
Hey, Michelle.
This is her first time here. Welcome, Michelle.
Welcome.
Wondering if mom, Janet, in 2020, she passed, and my younger brother, Kevin, and he passed in 2016, have a message for me. Are they together?
Yeah, well, what happened to Kevin? Because this doesn't feel... Listen, I say it doesn't feel good. Someone might say, well, doesn't it all not feel good? No. Sometimes when a person crosses over, most of the time, it's fine no matter how they passed over. But with Kevin's energy... Michelle, it feels like they had to take him kicking and screaming. He's fine. I'm getting this information from my guide. I have not connected to Kevin directly just yet, but this is what I'm getting. They kind of relay about the person sometimes to me first. Have you felt a poking, Michelle? Like, have you felt literally like, if I'm going like that to Oriah, have you felt that? Because they have done that to you. One of these people has done this to you. Who's connected also, Michelle, to... I want to... Okay, let me slow down. I feel this is the mom's energy coming in first. I want to tell you, you said, are they together? I'm going to tell you how I see it. Did you ever see the show Little House on the Prairie? It came out in the 70s. I think it ran till the 80s. If you don't know, Google it. You'll see what I'm talking about. Their version of where they are on the other side looks kind of very simple and nice like that. And imagine that two people don't live in the same house, but they live in the same little town. That's how they are together. Kevin had a lot of decompression work. What does that mean? If a person's in space for a long time, they come back to Earth, they have to be in a decompression chamber for like 2 days, right? It's almost like out of a life that had, I call it a lot of information. Some people say, you mean it was a bad life? I go, you process it the way you want. I just feel a lot was going on inside of him, and a lot had to have a decompression period on the other side.
Can I say something?
Sure.
Do you know I came up with a definition for what trauma is? And you just said it.
What did I say?
So my definition of trauma is too much information came too fast to you. You didn't have time to process it. It backlogged, and you were never able to actually process and understand what happened. So it is a buildup of information on a technical level.
Interesting. Wow.
And you just said that. And I agree with that, because that's what I think trauma is. Trauma is a buildup of information that came too fast that you couldn't process, and it built up and you still can't process it. So it looks and feels like trauma because it sits in your bones and you really just don't know what to do with it. It just came too fast for your brain, for your soul, for your heart, for your being to process.
Michelle, also, are you going to any Spanish-speaking country anytime soon, or did you just come back from one? Because your guides are saying there's some visit to one of these countries. It's because you also had a life in that culture before. By your name, it definitely doesn't sound Hispanic, but that's from a different lifetime. Well, I'd love to hear her if she's responding about anything.
She said accidental fentanyl overdose, so
Yeah.
that's how he passed.
Come here,
She
Mama.
said yes. I don't know if she's heard the Spanish
Okay.
country, the travel part yet.
Okay.
But she said yes
So
several times.
Michelle has said yes several times. We're just going to say thank you for the confirmations. Of course, I always like to say they are alive and well. They're just not on this. They're just not within your physical sight, but certainly with you. Do you also have your mom's plates? Like, do you have any of her dishes? Somebody's bringing that up. Okay. Also, October, they're putting a big heart around the month of October for you. Okay.
So this is Moomy, our 11-year-old retired healer cat who's been with thousands of people. She just recently lost her canine tooth, her big long tooth, and she's sore. If any of you know Reiki out there, she would really appreciate it if you can send her a healing.
She receives very well.
I have her on colloidal silver. The vet is going to see her tomorrow.
Oh, is it tomorrow?
But she's feeling a little out of sorts without her precious canine on the right side.
I want to see, but I know she's
doesn't want
embarrassed.
anybody
She doesn't
to
want
see
anybody to
it.
look at it.
I had to really force her.
Well, you're the mom.
It's a little swollen. I'm putting colloidal silver in her food and putting it in her mouth, and she's feeling a little bit better from that. But anyway,
yeah.
If any Reiki healers out there, she would really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Michelle says, my mom loved Little House. We watched it weekly.
Your mom loved Little House and you watched it weekly? Well, your mom, when she got to the other side, the spirit guides and angels were like, "We know where you want to stay."
That's
That's
awesome.
actually how I've seen it, guys. That's how I've seen it being a medium for all these
That was my
years.
first love, y'all. My first love.
That's what they did.
Okay.
I'm glad to get that confirmation to you. Thank you for being with us.
All right, let's go to Marine. Marine Y.
Marine, like a marine layer?
Like a marine.
Like the name
Maureen.
Maureen.
Okay. Any insights regarding the lethargy and muscle pain I'm feeling today? Is that how you say it? Lethargy? Lethargy and muscle pain I'm feeling lately. Thank you. I found you a couple weeks ago. One of your videos just showed up in my feed.
Huh.
By the way, I want to say we are recognizing the people who are saying they came from Alex Ferrari and Maria Menounos' show, and we're so welcome to have you here. We have 3 podcasts per week. We try to get all 3 in. We have our Sunday night lives like now, and then we have our weekly pre-recorded shows where we talk about fun, magical, mystical things. And then every now and then we pop in and Riz does some trance channeling for Midnight Madness. So we got lots and lots of good stuff going on here.
Lots of goodies.
So welcome to our fun, crazy house.
I got one more spirit shout out. Is somebody out there right now doing some sort of exercise while watching? Like, are you lifting little dumbbells or something? Because your spirit guides are tapping me on the shoulder about this. They want to give a message to you. Be honest if this is you. Just let me know. Are you working out while watching this? Okay. So what the person who just joined us, their name you said?
There's so many wonderful
Maureen's
people coming to heal Moomy right now. I can't take it. I'm so happy.
She, by the way, guys, she really receives energy healing very well.
Psychic.
Incredibly psychic cat. We can't even get into the stories right now, but one night we will. Okay, so the lethargy and the
muscle pain.
And the muscle pain. Well, you know, when I look into things as a medium, I don't know if eventually we have to put a disclaimer like YouTube makes you go, you cannot give medical advice or whatever.
Well, medical medium is different because intuitive.
Right.
But
they don't take us seriously. If you're a naturopathic doctor, they'll stop you. They'll block your videos. But if you're a medium, they'll be like, oh, yeah, whatever. Okay, so let me see. Let me see what the sluggishness is about. Okay. Colon, intestines. You need a cleaning out, colon hydrotherapy. Do a couple of sessions. I would also recommend a couple of acupuncture sessions to get the chi unblocked. I actually feel this more in... Okay, I'm already getting the colonics are amazing to just get rid of so many toxins, but also the gut and brain connection very much here present here. So I would say get yourself a series of 3 of those colonics. I really think that's where it is. I feel the congestion here when I looked into the lethargy. I have never said the word lethargy. I've always stayed away from saying that word because I didn't know how to pronounce it till tonight. You ever see those memes where they go, okay, how old were you when you realized? I was today years old when I realized this. You know what I'm talking about? Have you seen those memes?
I feel. Oh yeah.
They go, I was today years old when I realized this. Okay. So that's what that's about. And do that. And of course, when it comes to that kind of cleansing of the body, you must replace with fermented food. Also,
microbiomes, people.
Yes.
Learn
Fish
about
oil.
microbiomes. Dr. Mark Hyman, Dr. Berg. Those are our gurus.
Yes, you can never ever underestimate the importance of fish oils in the human diet. You must do it. I know, if you do fish, then you got to do fish oil. Something in it that's very powerful. Okay, next.
Okay, here we go.
Any answers to my shout outs? Come on, what's going on with this President Ford thing? Nobody's got the connection to President Ford tonight?
No, maybe they'll come in.
Maybe President Ford's going to come in and I'm going to start channeling him.
See, you can't tease like that because there'll be a whole bunch of us are going to jump in on that.
Okay.
We're going to
I have
hold you
channeled
to
some
it.
presidents. Who did I channel? Jefferson? I think Lincoln once.
Yeah.
That was it.
No, you did you did Lincoln. George Washington. You said that.
Washington,
Tupac and Biggie.
the real president.
Okay, so here's the next question.
Yeah.
Well, Erica, from Phil, the confirmation, is this asking more about his question?
Well, I can just read the confirmation part.
Okay, because I was just thinking, isn't
Okay,
this
read
a
it.
longer,
Let's hear
more
it.
drawn out, and it should be
Yeah, so I'll just say
taken off?
the confirmation.
Okay.
Okay.
So Phil, you had given a message.
Yes,
he
Phil.
said his dad attempted to study architecture, and he was in construction for a long time.
Okay, so he was confirming about the engineering. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was just a confirmation of the ancestors, because you had mentioned ancestors, and that was the energy coming through, Phil. Okay. Let's see.
Okay, and Phil, if you want to go deeper, you can always schedule and book a
private reading on the phone.
Yeah, because then you can ask as many questions as you want to really get the
That's
layers.
right.
Okay, Lori B, super chat. Thank you so much for all that you guys do. I was wondering if my guides have a message for me. I'm in extreme pain, for so many years now. The numerous doctors' diagnoses do not feel right. Start with your diet, sister. Always get that inflammation down.
And listen, when we talk about anti-inflammatory diet, we're not just talking avoid certain things. We're like, hit this the opposite way. Number one, cut your meals down. No snacking.
No salt.
Certainly half the amount of sugar that you're eating, and she probably has already done
No
that.
processed, no fried.
But it is like, I have found
Because
that
if you're in pain, your body. Sorry.
I have found that fasting is number one.
Yeah.
I don't mean even just intermittent fasting. I mean literally a juice fast for 2 to 3 days. Just like celery juice with apple and lemon in it. Start off with 1 day. Then next week, do that for a few weeks, 1 day a week. Or twice a week, and then start getting it down to where for there's 2 days of this. Your body needs a break. It's the number one energy taxing function of the body is digestion. We need autophagy. We need the cells to have a break. The system needs a break. And number one is I feel that will benefit you. And you have to start looking into that.
And pain and inflammation go hand in hand.
Yeah.
So you reduce the inflammation, you reduce the pain. This is a deeper conversation, obviously.
Yeah. That's where we would start off.
Start there.
But as far as now psychically, because that's what we know as we are holistic as well, so we offer that too. But I would say to you, when I psychically tune into this, what I would really want to know is what is the time frame on this? I mean, I see it as a little bit rocky, I have to tell you. I will always shoot it to you straight. I do see it as rocky. I don't see it like, oh, you're suddenly going to be better. I see it because you've just become so exhausted of this whole thing that emotionally it's almost hard to put your faith in anything that's new. But I would say to you, if you kind of stick to what we're talking about, I do see, I'm getting after July things a little bit better. Is it possible for you? If it's possible, then do this. Can you have a change of scenery for a couple of months? Can you work somewhere else? Is there any way you could have this happen to have the change of scenery? If you can't, that's fine. It's not like that's the only way. Then you have to It's almost like what you are putting in not only into your physical body, but how you are mentally spending your time. See, someone could sit in their house and stare at the wall, and their mind is still racing. You go, they're not doing anything. They should be calm. They're resting. Because on the outside, it looks like they're just on the couch staring at the wall. But internally, all the engines are racing. Then another person looks like they're multitasking and everything's going on. Oh, they're such a busybody. But meanwhile, internally, they're so zen. Welcome to our world. That's what we're like.
That's it. And I'm continuing the little.
But see, we had to be that way because it was, well, either be that or lose it and lose control of your life. And everybody else then suffers, from kids to family to friends to clients to everyone. So when we do this deeper transformational work, guys, you change everything.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, Carrie, super chat. Riz got distracted last week when I asked.
So we already
did this person.
Yeah.
How did we do it out of order?
I don't know, because you asked me about Carrie, so
These are the same names, aren't they? Or no?
Oh, because you didn't put high vibes next to her name, so I didn't know it was the same Carrie.
Okay.
Okay. Tiffany Phillips, she's new. Welcome, Tiffany. Random question. A man I was dating for 6 months who lost his job midway through our dating and kind of fell off after that. He came back into my life, and I'm unsure if I should hear him out or not. In other words, like give him a second chance.
Yes, absolutely. You can. I feel you can give him a second chance. I would feel like I'm going to give an interesting example. Okay, you see how on this microphone there's this foam? So they put the foam on the microphone to soften the voice, right? So that you don't have a lot of hard cutting sounds. And sometimes people just have a capacity they need to hear softer voices. And you are under no threat by this person. There's nothing. Here, I do want to say this about the word trust. You go, we're going to trust this person. Your trust is about trusting your life and the unfolding in front of you. It's not necessarily personal about trusting, I have to trust this person and their whole record of who they are as a human being. It's more about, do you trust that the experiences that you are finding yourself in are for you or not? Because then it takes the pressure off of your pre-planned ideas about what it means to trust someone. And if they flaked out, they can't be trusted. We're human. People flake out. People get afraid. They run for the hills. They're going to survivor mode. What I would say to you is that this is an opportunity for you to approach this with peace and to be able to say, that's fine. Let me tell you how I like to communicate is that share what a person is going through. If you can't, that's fine. Let me know that you're having trouble sharing and this is why you're backing out or whatever it may be. Don't put pressure on the person in any way because you don't need to, because you're taken care of in life. You're going to be taken care of in life. You've always been taken care of. And so you are not coming from, I need to survive this person coming in. No, you're always going to survive and you're going to thrive. And it is about, that's what a person goes through. You've gone through stuff. There's probably plenty of people in your life, somewhere in your history, where they didn't like how you acted. And you didn't necessarily really mean it. That was just your capacity. So I wouldn't call this, don't put anybody on probation. What I would say is just put the foam over the mic, which means you soften everything up for yourself to have a more peaceful experience in life. Because it's not about this making or breaking you. This is just about, relationships are about relating. They're not about you do what I want or that's it, or I'm out.
You're picking up on something that Erica and I just deconstructed this morning.
Yeah.
So do you mind if I share a little bit about what you just literally almost encompassed the whole conversation?
Really?
But I just want to give it in a nutshell. So we were talking about how prior to this latest new social norm of blocking, canceling, disconnecting, telling everybody to F off and just like shutting people out, isolating, removing toxic people, etc. This is a trend, right?
Yeah.
Now, here's what's going on. We figured it out. Okay. Because I've been doing this a long time. I'm like the queen, Taurus, queen of cutting people off. Okay. That's just my sign, is very known for that. So I've been doing this a very, very long time.
If you're a Taurus out there, please confirm if this is true for you also.
Yes, it is. It really is. Okay. So, and there's a lot of reasons why.
Because Taurus rules the throat.
Yes, and it's all very emotional. And if somebody crosses us wrong, it's like so deep and we feel it and we can't take it and we can't handle it.
That was my realization just now.
And if you're an
Taurus rules the
empath,
throat.
it's even more. But here's what I want to say.
Yes.
So in the past, before this new cancel culture came in the past, we were tolerating a lot of things and letting people... It's like our social norms were different. And so we would tolerate the bad person, the bad guy, the bad girl. We would tolerate a lot of things that normally wouldn't be healthy for us. And so we allowed like toxic behavior and we put up with more, and it was just the way things were back then. And so this new culture and also younger people, the millennials, and everybody started coming in and saying, wait, we can't do this, and this is not okay. So everybody started shutting down anybody who's making them uncomfortable, anybody who says something wrong, anybody who crosses them the wrong way, anybody who they're, so that's what's happening right now. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because I have been getting more and more bothered lately about how many people are cutting like full isolationists. People are becoming full isolationists to protect. And so what we realized, Eric and I figured it out. So it went from the pendulum just swung from one extreme where we tolerated everything to the other extreme where we're cutting at the slightest miscalculation, misjudgment, miscommunication, the slightest little thing.
You say the slightest thing somebody doesn't like. No, I used to like you, now I don't like you anymore.
You. I hate you. You're a fraud. You're this. You're
I see
bad.
that all
You're
the time.
Toxic. I can't love you.
Actually,
You can't
I see
like
that a
you.
lot on social media.
Yeah, it's
like,
happening left and right. People are dropping friends left and right. I've talked to so many people who have said, I have no friends anymore.
Have you seen on social media where someone says
So hold on, I want to throw.
There's the Taurus cutting you off thing again.
I'm on a track.
Okay.
I got to finish it or I'll forget. Okay, and then the last part of this is the final conclusion is what I think is where we're headed. And where I think we're headed is that there's going to come back the pendulum to the middle, and the middle is what you described in your message.
Oh,
so that's the middle. The middle is take a moment. Before you cut people off, before you shut down a friendship, before you turn your back, before you walk away, before you it could be a simple miscommunication. It could be you misread it. It could be you were in a bad mood. It could be they were in a bad mood.
Well, it's kind of like if you judge
a center. This is so much extremism.
It's like if you judge a city you visit a new city and you judge it by the weather that day.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you just want to, or you go with the wrong people.
It's like a trigger happy thing. And you can see it's trigger happy across the board, trigger happy on the freeway, trigger happy with weapons, trigger happy with friendships. And I think what's happening is people are getting a taste of their power.
Yeah.
People are getting a taste of their freedoms. People are like, it's like a little kid with a bunch of tools. All of a sudden, they want to use every one of their tools. And I think that, and hopefully we can make a difference. This is something that I really hope to instill, teach, guide, and help openly with no shame. I want to bring this into the conversation is I would love people to start taking a moment, take a step back, breathe, have a second before the trigger, before you act, before you jump, before you conclude. You don't know all the facts. You don't have all the information, and it's okay. But we need to address this. It's becoming...
And it's almost like you'll never have all the information anyway.
You're never going to have all the information. But isn't peace the final conclusion at the end of the day? And sure, there's people you can't have in your life. I'm not negating that at all.
Right.
And sure, there's people that we can't have
because
ruining our life with their
gets
crazy negativity and all that.
Right. So if she gets involved with this guy again, and then you go, he did it again.
Right.
I shouldn't have... Well, you shouldn't have what? You're not going to live your life? You have to. I always like to say when it comes to love, if you're not willing to get dragged through the mud 10,000 times, you're not in this game. You don't know the game you're in. Because love is is
messy.
It's super messy, and it will strip you and trash you and shred you and build you and expand you.
Yeah, because some people have asked about if we're twin flames, and some people think we're twin flames. They've said in the chats tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And, we are. And what he's describing is when you call in your twin flame, get ready. Get ready, because this is when you face yourself.
Wouldn't you rather just have a nice soulmate relationship? Why bother with a twin flame relationship? Like, really? That's like saying, I want every day at the gym to be leg day. You want to do leg day every day?
Here's what it is. When Riz and I talk,
you'll get big legs.
We hear an echo. That's what it is.
The twin flame
It's literally you
is
hear yourself talking.
I call the twin flame relationship the enchanted, infuriating mirror.
Absolutely.
The enchanted,
That should be the title of your
infuriating.
Oh, that's your next book.
Yeah.
Yo. That was good. I'm not giving anybody. I came up with that, right?
No,
You did.
grab it from her.
All right. No, I said it, right? Okay.
Yeah, you said it.
All right, let's go to readings.
Okay, sorry guys. Okay, so let's go to
I got a spirit shout out coming through. Patchwork quilt. Patchwork quilt. Patchwork quilt. Everybody says patchwork quilt. Come on. It is, you have it in your house of this person who passed on. No, I actually think it says on the wall. I think you had it on the wall and then you took it down. Is that you? Drop it in the chat and I will give you a message.
all right, super chat Tamaki. Sorry. Hello, I would like to know what messages from my totem animal. Thank you so much, Riz and Lady O.
And Tamaki is coming from Tokyo.
Oh, Tamaki's
you're
coming from Tokyo.
Tamaki, we're going to be in Tokyo
We're gonna
in
be
April
there with
for the
our
cherry
group.
blossoms. So we're going to be there. I'll be leading a retreat there for our group. We will be in for the cherry blossoms. So
How fun.
konnichiwa. Okay, let's see. Thank you. Spirit animal, give me a moment. Tamaki. Actually, two are coming through. First is Peacock. Peacock. Ah. Second is well, that's called the swordfish. The one with the sword is the swordfish, right? Coming the fish, the big one with the swordfish moving through the ocean. Here's why. Came into your life last 1 year ago, last January. We're in February now, but are we in February?
Yes.
Yeah. So January of last year, these spirit animal totems became more present energetically around you to pass on.
She says that rings true for her, the peacock.
The peacock, yes. I will tell you. The peacock came in to help you remember your grandeur, to help you remember yourself, and to understand the difference between you and your family, and to not feel bad about this, not to feel bad, to understand that you are supposed to spread your feathers and your colors. And you are actually going to be helping to spread this kind of what we talk about here more where you are in Tokyo. That there are people hungry for this there, but they don't have, it's too rooted in old practices, and there's not enough contemporary modern understanding of creating reality. And it's very important for you to study this more and understand all the universal principles. Yeah, the swordfish one was because, you know, when you fight with swords, like the way they did in Old England, actually, they did it in Japan too with samurai. But no, this is like Old English. So they're showing the swordfish was for the battles, is coming to clear that out of your path. But something about 1 year ago in January where these came in, and you have been coming into full circle now, full circle, ending in March. I feel this cycle is ending in March.
She says everything you're saying is ringing true.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's go to the next question.
Okay, new person. There's no name, E.
Sorry?
About message for Uncle Danny? It's underneath.
Yeah, the message is for a person named Danny.
Uh-huh.
His daughter, Janie,
Yes.
passed on February 14th, 1996.
Okay. His daughter Janie passed on Valentine's Day 1996.
Correct. His name is Danny.
Danny, and Janie's his daughter.
Yes.
Hey, Danny. So we just passed her anniversary. Wow. Okay. Janie. I'm asking my guides if there's a message here.
Welcome all newcomers who are joining while Riz is tuning in, saying hello. Let us know where you're coming from. How did you find us? Love to say hello.
I was wondering, Danny, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Is there anywhere near where you live where there are cobblestones? You know, cobblestone ground? Also, have you had any hummingbirds where you are? Because I feel she's sending them. Okay. Also, I'm asking you a couple of questions, Danny, because you have to confirm them for me. So, there's something about I would call it an armoire, a piece of furniture, armoire. Now, unless it's not her, there's two people actually coming through. It's not just Janie. Did she lose a friend before her? Because there's someone like in her age range also coming through with her. And a dog. Also, there's somebody's birthday connect close to Christmas or some celebration close to Christmas. It's not Christmas, though. It's like an anniversary or it's a birthday close to Christmas.
Yes, outside of this house is a cobblestone path.
Outside of your house is a cobblestone path. Thank you. She comes and is with you when you walk that. Thank you for letting me know. I can't even imagine losing a child. It's like she, I want to say like no one could have helped her here. It's almost like it's like, the best way I could say, Danny, is like, it's almost like she needed to be on that side. I feel so much love, overpowering love here. Dan, she has come to you. It's not like she hasn't made contact with you. She's like, for me, it's like she has made contact with you. Did you find something that she wrote or wrote her name or your name on it? Let me know about that, please. Also, is there a connection to someone named Emily or Emmy? Let me know. Okay.
I don't know exactly what they're saying. Yes, that's true too.
Okay.
But they did say yes, that's true.
Okay, so he said yes. That's Danny. Let me know what that truth is, because it's nice for us to know, for everybody else watching, what the confirmation was about the message I'm giving. Thank you.
Jen is mentioning spirit shout out regarding if anyone was exercising and she was briefly doing Kundalini yoga at the beginning of the podcast.
Thank you.
At the beginning of the show.
So there's this movement in Kundalini yoga where they go like this. Were you doing that movement? Okay, answer that one for me, please.
Okay, so we have someone new, Aaron Seeley.
Hey, Aaron.
Hi,
welcome.
Lady O and Riz. Do you have any insight into why souls choose adoption in their life plan?
I sure do.
How these souls contracts work and lessons soul might be looking to learn from this experience?
Yes. Do you want to take that one?
Yeah. I mean, well, first of all, I was saying to myself, we need like 17 podcasts to answer that question. But
well, let's do it. Let's do 17 podcasts.
I'm going to take the first question out of all those questions.
Yeah.
By the way, for those of you who don't know, who's just tuning in, I am Riz's wife. I'm also a shaman and I'm intuitive empath. So why souls choose adoption? I'm going to tell you, it's probably one of the highest forms of teaching from a soul that they can provide a family and also an activator, because you are going to no doubt activate the people that you're going into the home in whichever way. So positive or negative, it's going to definitely stir the pot.
Yep.
And then also you're going to be in your own way teaching, because just the experience of adopting, being adopted or adopting, there's so many different levels of understanding you have to have within yourself, as the adopted child, within yourself as the adopted parent. There's so many layers of deep work within yourself as a soul group. So this is definitely a soul group connection, whether it's positive or negative.
Let me jump in there.
Absolutely.
So, I already lost your name. Was it Erin?
Yes.
Okay.
Erin.
Erin, I will tell you some things that I've experienced as a medium. And when I have done readings in the very beginning of my work for those who are adopted. Many times, in fact, I would say as high as 9 out of 10, if not 10 out of 10, the adopted child. Got it? We have the adopted child and we have the adopted parents. That child was supposed to come through in a past life to those people. So those people who adopted a child had a past life. They lost a baby. The woman got pregnant. It was either a miscarriage or a stillborn or an ectopic pregnancy, whatever. The child didn't come through. And then next lifetime, the child comes through somebody else. This is an additional reason. You go, well, why didn't they just come through these people? Well, because there's more karmic lessons to be learned here. If you haven't figured it out, this entire reality is about karmic lessons, soul contracts, and the expansion of the soul coming here to discover and create yourself. All in the efforts of oneness. Everything that's happening is so that we all surrender to oneness. So that's what happens on the soul contract level. So if you're adopted, you were actually supposed to be born to these two people in a past life. Okay? And the people who gave you up for adoption, their karmic lesson was to go through, usually when you give up kids for adoptions because you can't afford them, there's been some kind of problem financially or emotionally, you're too young, or the parents are of different races and back in the old days and they didn't want the kid to be, all that stuff. That's their karmic lesson and growth experience that you never want to rob anybody of. The universe never wants to rob you of growth experiences. It's always here to encourage those growth experiences. So whatever you go through during that, you use it to always turn it into something positive. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, confirmations. Let's hear the confirmations.
So this was from Danny.
Danny.
He found a note from her.
You did find the note.
And her best friend was Emily.
Whoa!
The note was a very emotional moment. He found it the day after she passed, and it was a Valentine's Day note. It's very precious to us. Thank you so much for the message.
You're so welcome, my friend. So, guys, if you didn't hear that, our friend Danny, who was talking about his daughter's passing, the message I had given was about the note. Yes, he's confirmed the note, and he confirmed the name Emily as the best friend. So beautiful. I'm so glad to be a part of that for you. Blessings, blessings, blessings.
Okay, on to the next one.
Yes.
It says, super chat. My name is Gary, Geri. My mother, Naomi.
That's Jerry.
Jerry.
That's
my
a woman.
mother.
Mm-hmm.
My mother, Naomi, pronounced Naoma. Interesting. Died November 2020. Not that that's a good thing. My voice just does that. Sorry. But they're actually celebrating. So I know that part. And that's the part that always
She's
comes
wanting
through.
a message. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jerry wants a question, wants a message from
Mother.
Naoma. Let me see, Jerry. Jerry, when you used to write your name, did you ever dot your I with a heart? I don't know why I want to say that to you. That's a real question. Did you ever do that? I'm getting such the feeling that I get from your mom. There's certain I smell things and feel things many times when I'm tuning into people, and I'm getting very refreshed, like lemons, and then what else refreshes me? Coffee, and it's high energy.
Wow.
Okay.
That's probably why I got kind of excited when you said her name.
Did somebody in your family make dresses, Jerry? Did she make dresses? Or did your grandmother make dresses? Because somebody's here talking about making dresses. And of course she's doing beautifully. Was there some breathing issue? I mean, look, when we all pass away, we stop breathing, but it's not because we died because of that. But was there some issue in this area with her? Hey, this is interesting because we were talking about adopted kids. Do you know if your mom had a pregnancy of a baby that didn't come through, or did she lose a child? Because there's a child with her. And August, big month here. I don't know who that's referring to.
My great aunt made dresses.
Your great aunt made dresses. Okay, thank you. Well, that's who's with her. Thank you. Because I almost feel like she's making the dresses and like your mom's trying them on. Okay. Don't worry. You're going to see her again when it's your turn, but it's not your turn for a while. I know this is a weird question. Did you used to brush her teeth? Somebody's talking about brushing teeth and teeth. I don't know. Maybe you did brush her teeth. I don't know.
She did lose a daughter.
She did lose a daughter. Okay, thank you. She's confirming that she did lose a daughter, and that's what I'm saying is on the other side. Thank you. You know something? I like to say this because I smile a lot of the times when I give a mediumship reading, even when people are like, my mom died, and I'm smiling because, you see, when I connect to them, I feel the joy.
Yeah.
And so I like to tell people that
it is like a party on the other side, and we feel it.
I said this to someone who had me go over their house a few weeks ago, and it came to me the spur of the moment. And I went to see a family who lost their mom, their grandmother, and in the middle of it, while giving messages to people standing in the kitchen, because they wanted more, I was saying, and who's this and who's got that? And they're like, that's me, and they were excited. And meanwhile, we were there as part of this super painful experience. So sometimes I like to say, being with a good medium is the most painful fun you're ever going to have, because it's both of those things. The fun is that, like, oh my God, there's some sign, there's this confirmation. How does this happen?
For those that don't know, and he just accidentally said it, he does actually do house calls where he does house clearings, and he also does mediumship for anyone who's crossed in the home to help clear the energy and also to communicate. You can ask Erica about that, and our email is info@rizmirza.com, RIZMIRZA. Erica will write it.
Hey, I want to do a merch store. I want to make a t-shirt of our show, like a Meta Mystic t-shirt that says, where it just says Meta Mystic. So like, you are a Meta Mystic, because we call our show, by the way, Meta Mystic, because it's meta. It's over the top mystic. We're like it's mystic on steroids, basically.
Jerry said that her grandmother took her teeth out to brush her teeth.
Oh, Jerry's gave a confirmation. Oh, see, you got to hit it hard.
Yeah.
That's it. We're going like very... Oh, then she gets annoyed?
She's getting a healing right now. She keeps coming back for more.
Did I interrupt the Reiki flow?
There's so much Reiki going on, and she's rubbing her sore tooth.
Your Reiki's working, guys.
Yeah.
Because we know when she gets happy.
Yeah, she's happy right now.
Excuse me, I think I just burped in the microphone.
Someone said they want Moomy on the shirt.
They want Moomy
on the shirt. Okay, super chat from Great Ralphie.
So Jerry made the confirmation that her grandmother or her mother brushed her teeth, took the teeth out, then brushed her teeth.
And then brushed them.
Well, the message is that she's making a joke about it. She doesn't have to do that on the other side. She's got a whole new set of indestructible chompers, okay?
Okay, Great Ralphie. Hello, my name is Raphael. I am wondering if my grandpa has any messages for me. His name is Rufus, and he passed away August 24th, 2015. It's very close to your birthday.
Yeah, I was born 2014, but not far off. He's Raphael, and his grandfather or father?
His grandfather
is Rufus. I was just thinking about the other day, it's interesting, the singer I like, Rufus Wainwright. I was like, I haven't listened to Rufus Wainwright songs in a long time. It gets too depressing.
Yeah, I don't think
I love him so much.
Too much right now.
Yeah, but boy, do I love him.
Yeah.
Okay, Raphael. Hey, brother, how are you? Thanks for joining us. I'll see if I'll get something.
Can we go back to the Papua New Guinea?
Jonah.
Jonah.
Raphael, I'll come back to you because I'm putting the message out there, and if it's like making a call and see if anybody answers. If they answer, I will come back to you. So Papua New Guinea, this was, watch my memory now, Agnes and Jonah.
Correct.
And Agnes is the mother.
Yes.
Jonah is her son. Yes. Do you have? I would grab my own necklace. Did Jonah have a necklace that you have?
Oh, just to clarify.
Yeah.
They may not know all the answers because they're asking on behalf.
They're asking on behalf. Okay, so he's talking. I'm just give it to you very straight. There's something about a necklace. There's something about a brother. There's also the month of April coming up here. So please make these notes. He hears her talking to him. That's the number one that now he's really coming through. He hears when she talks to him. And the question was the grave site not settled, or like, was there some issue with this? Because he's like that. None of the grave stuff matters. Nothing about the grave matters. It's not about visiting the grave. It's not about whether it's perfect. He doesn't care about that at all. He hears her when she stands in the kitchen. He's still there. He comes and visits when she's in the kitchen or where she makes the food. Thank you. Okay.
Do you want some confirmations?
Yes, let's get to some confirmations.
Okay. So Alana from last week. She said there was a message about her Papa Jack.
Yeah.
And the rings.
Yes.
Her mother went with him and made a special ring of a jet engine in memory from him when he worked on Air Force One.
Thank you.
You were getting a lot of messages about the rings and something.
Okay, thank you.
That was.
Well, it's interesting that Alana's talked about Air Force One because that's a president connection.
Right. We were wondering if
Is there any Gerald Ford connection to you, Alana? Because it was coming through to somebody on the other side who's talking about that particular president to me, and we still haven't gotten anyone to make me ring this bell. Okay. Raphael. Yes. Your grandfather very much appreciates you. You kind of are the light of were the light of his life. He claims you as a son more than just a grandson. Do you have a mustache, Raphael? Did he have a mustache? I don't know. I see somebody with a mustache, and it ain't me. It's one of those. Was when you or him. By the way, he's showing up. I have to tell you this. He's showing up very well dressed, and he wants me to tell you that he's got style, and he's very well dressed. Make sure you stay in shape. Make sure you're taking care of your health. Stay in shape. Make sure you are exercising.
Yes, I assume to the mustache.
To the mustache, okay.
Yes, he had a mustache.
He had a mustache, yeah. But it's very nice, by the way, his mustache. The only reason I'm bringing up the mustache is because it's a nice mustache. Yes, we do keep we have a body on the other side. It's not like necessarily like this, meaning this decays after a while. Their body doesn't decay. It's called your heavenly body. And so he's very well put together.
He said he always said I was like his son, not his grandson.
Thank you.
Oh, I feel like I'm going to cry on this one.
Yes.
He
holds your hand, by the way. He likes to hold your hand. He's like, it's so we can hold hands. You hold my arm, put your arm in mine kind of thing. Yeah, make sure you're exercising, he's saying. Okay, that's what I got for you. Who's next? Do we have time? Are we almost done? We have some time. We still got time. Come on, let's keep this ride going. Let's talk about something. What do you want to talk about?
I just wanted to talk about how I just felt that last reading. That came in really strong.
We really feel your grandfather, Raphael.
I just started wanting to cry, and
I feel like he's
like a party.
What a great energy I feel around me right now.
Yeah, he's like a whole mariachi band. Like he's a full.
He's a mariachi band.
I feel like he's a full party, just him and himself. Like he's like a dancer or something. That's the energy. Like he's so excited to be a part of this. Is the feeling I have. And normally I don't get a mediumship experience I'm on the other side of that, but he came in that strong that I was like blown back.
There's somebody, I got what? Confirmation?
Yeah, I said I felt him with me this past week.
Yeah.
And I said I felt like he was holding my hand.
Oh,
Wow.
he said he felt him with him this past week and he felt like he was holding his hand, and there's your confirmation. Merry Christmas. Christmas all year round. Okay, so I got a spirit shout out. Sailboat. There's a gentleman here who had a sailboat. Wants to give a message to you. Also, is there a name out there, another spirit shout out, connected to somebody out there connected to this name, Trini? Trini. Trini. If it's not Trini, it sounds just like it, but that's how it's coming through to me. I think that is a name. There used to be I think there used to be an actress named Trini something. But me being from New York, when you say you're Trini, it means you're from Trinidad. It could be that you're from Trinidad, actually. Hold on.
Right.
It could be that you're from Trinidad or they're from Trinidad. Oh, that's interesting. I just realized that as I said it.
Okay, we're going to ask about a cat. Super chat. Hi, Lady O and Riz. Do my two 13-year-old Russian blue cats, brother and sister, he's Swan, Swann, and she is Odette, have a specific role in my existence, and could you maybe tell me something about it? With love and gratitude, Luciana.
Yes, Luciana, I want to go right to it. So look, all animals, first of all, this is first messages about all animals. First of all, cats specifically represent mothering energy. Dogs are usually friend and protector. It's not a mothering energy. Cats are the mothers of the domesticated pet world. They will mother other creatures. They have that, even if the cat is a boy, it still has a mothering energy because all cats do. All our pets are teachers. They stay with us as long as they're supposed to stay with us. And when it's their time to go, as painful as it is for us, just like with human beings, it's their time to go, and we have to honor that. Okay. Now, are these cats still with her?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Let me tune in. You said one was named Swan and the other was named Otto. What did you say?
Odette.
Odette. Oh, it's close.
We have a Trini in the house.
We got a Trini in the house.
My aunt's name is Trini, and I have a President Roosevelt on my wall.
There's two Trinis.
There's two Trinis? It's going to be a double one now. Okay, so there's somebody named Trini?
Yeah, so Yasmin has a cousin who passed away.
Yes.
Whose name was Trini.
That's who it is. Thank you. So Yasmin, the person whose name is Trini, and I'll come back to the other message in a second. I just want to jump in because it's for you. That person's name is Trini, is coming through and wants to just say hello and to let you know. And let you know that they're well, and let the family know. If there's anybody to tell them. Okay, great. How exciting to be sitting on, because it's an unusual name. It's not like I'm saying John, right? Everybody goes, I got a John. No, that's an unusual name. Okay. And then the person who's from Trinidad, I'll get to them also. Let me go back to the first one. Who was I talking about? The pets. Okay, Odette and Swan. Yes. Let me see if there's a message about that. Well, they're keeping you organized and making sure that you keep the house also clean. Isn't that interesting? Because it is making you be more organized. It makes you stay on top of things. And while the cats keep the spiritual energy clean in your living space, because they're an animal, you have to clean up after them, right? And all of those things. It makes you stay on top of those things to actually make the space to physically cleaner. Also, that connects you to being more clear internally. It's like a meditation. They are there. I want to say this to you, it's Luciana, right?
Yes.
It's like they're here to help keep you grounded because you have a tendency to go off in your imagination. And this is here. Also, just wondering, Luciana, do you know anyone in the restaurant business? Let me know because there's a message about them.
Well,
Were
we're
you
gonna
about
be
to give me a
wrapping-
confirmation?
We're going to be wrapping up soon, so I just don't want you to ask too many
Okay,
questions.
let's go. The Trinidad person.
That was Trini. It wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, got it. So it was just only one person.
Okay, first timer super chat. Big fan of you two. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any message would be appreciated. I have Grandma Begzad 2008 passed, and Grandpa Grigor in 2011 crossed over.
Okay.
Would also like to know about my spirit guides. My name is Albert.
Albert, so Grigor, 2011, that's Grandpa, and Grandma, spell the name for me.
Bekzad.
Z-A-B as in boy?
D as in dog.
B-E-K-Z-A-D. Begzad. Okay. And Grigor. Yeah. And his name is Albert. And these are his grandparents, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, Albert. They're very proud of you that you're standing on your own 2 feet. That's the kind of words that gets translated. Sometimes people ask me, what if the person doesn't speak English? It doesn't matter. They're not speaking like English to me. It's almost like a thought or communication of what is being said comes into my mind. So I don't know if they spoke English or not just because their names are they're not, English names. It's just, yes. They want you to know that when they crossed over, okay, who's saying this? Grandma. When she crossed over to the other side, it was a very she wanted to. She was felt very good, like finally, okay, I get to see. And was very much greeted. Do you know if she had statues, maybe that big, of saints or some figures? I'm curious.
They were Armenian.
Armenian, yeah.
That's what he said.
But they really appreciate this. Also kept talking about houses. Are you in real estate at all? Or is there something going on with property? They're talking about this. Sending you abundance, sending you energy for prosperity, financial prosperity. And that you would make a good father. Are you a dad yet? They're saying you have what it takes to be a good father. Play the music. Play the music. I guess that means like play the songs they liked. And that's how you will feel them. Wonderful. Also, is there any connection, Albert, to you in Miami? Are you planning a visit to that area of the country?
Don't ask so many questions because
Okay.
we're going to be shutting down pretty soon.
Okay.
He said he wants to buy a house right now.
You want to buy a house, right?
He has 4 kids.
He
has 4 kids.
beautiful kids, so they're probably
Yeah, so they
acknowledging how great of a father he is.
they feel that you're a good dad. And yes, to the house. Go do it. They'll help you do it. So ask them to help you. They'll
I want
guide
to
you
buy a
properly.
house right now. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
We have a confirmation coming in for somebody with the sailboat.
With the sailboat. Who was that?
Okay, so Diane, her dad Bill had a sailboat and passed away 7 years ago.
Okay.
It's one of the shout outs.
All
so
right.
we'll end on that.
We're going to end on the shout out for Diane. And Bill. Who's got the sailboat? Well, I got to tell you something. There used to be a show on television called The Love Boat. Awesome show. Awesome opening song. If you guys remember that show, it had a line.
Love boat.
That song had a line that said, "Love, life's sweetest reward." Do you know that?
Love boat.
Yeah. Promise is something for
everyone.
So then there was a
I don't
line that
sing,
said,
y'all.
"Love, life's sweetest reward." And that's what's coming in. When I said about the sailboat, I kept hearing that song in my mind. And I wanted to say to you that, like, that's Bill's message. It's like from that song. And he's got his own awesome boat on the other side. And there's like dolphins jumping. And he looks classic, white and blue, like he's dressed for it. Like, but not, I don't mean like a jacket. I mean, he's like dressed like short sleeve shirt kind of thing, shorts kind of thing.
She and her husband are on a schooner right now.
They're on a schooner right now.
You guys are on a schooner right now?
Yeah, they got a schooner and they're like traveling around.
That's so funny that you guys are on that. Anyway, he's talking about when you see the dolphins, that's from him. When you see the dolphins, that's from him. Also, who is the Michael? I don't know this if that was a friend of his or something, but anyway, it was the Mike connection. Okay. Oh, the Frank connection? Okay. I'm saying it, Bill. All right, there you go.
Should we sing the Love Boat to say goodnight?
No. They can play it for themselves, though, but I'm going to wear a captain's hat next time, I decided.
Erica, will you sing with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know it?
No, but I'll
She doesn't know it. How's she going to sing
it? Get the lyrics. We're going to do this for you guys because I don't sing. Erica sings.
How about this?
But
I'm going to play it
the class clown
on my phone.
Oh, wait. Are we going to get... No, you can't play it because they'll won't... Yeah, you'll get flagged.
Right now.
No,
okay,
I can do karaoke, though.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's do karaoke. Erica?
Let's do it.
Erica?
Diane said yes, that's him, by the way.
Erica?
That's him?
I'm on it.
Erica, you want to jump in?
I'm in.
Come in.
Oh,
Come over. Come on. Okay, we're going to sing to you the Love Boat.
That's not the Love Boat song. Hold on a
We're going to sing to you
second.
the Love Boat lyrics.
Here we go.
For all of you who stuck it out with us to the end, this is your present. I'm not even a singer, but I don't care.
Here you go.
Here we go.
Here goes the lyrics right here.
Yeah.
You want it right here?
Okay.
I got it.
Oh, you have to make it bigger.
You saw it here first.
Okay, wait. When does it start?
Exciting and new.
Oh, it's already started.
Come aboard. We're
Okay, hold on.
We're expecting you and love.
No, we didn't start it right.
Yes,
You
it
have to
is.
Start it over. No, because we don't know where to come in.
I have no idea where to start.
Well, it was a nice try.
No, I'm not giving up. Do it. Oh, see, he's always the party pooper, but Erica and I are not. And this, no.
How do you don't even know when to come in?
Ready?
The
Love Boat.
There we go.
Exciting and new. Come aboard. We're expecting you. You have to be louder.
That's
The Love Boat.
Da-da-da.
Soon we'll be making another run. The Love Boat.
There you go.
Promises something for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Set a course for adventure. I don't know that how
Set
it
a
goes.
course for adventure, your mind on a new romance.
I don't know how it goes.
Well, guys,
There's your send-off
there's
party.
your send-off tonight. Ride the Love Boat.
Notice we
Till
didn't
next
give
week.
up. He gave up on us, but we didn't give up. Anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the show, and you see this is a party here. Please join us next time. If you have any questions that we didn't answer, just bring them next week. We try to get to everybody, and just like and subscribe, share with your friends, and all that good stuff, and love you all. Thank you, and good night.